Mike Gills, how did we do on the DraftKings? Yes, I'm saying the DraftKings because I'm professional.
I stopped calling them the DraftKings after the big scoring snafu of last week, but we're done with that. Starting off for us, we did actually pretty good again. 4 of 6 picks for 486.5 points. And it's worth noting because if you remember, we had 3 underdogs going on this card, and we cashed 2 more of them this week. So that if you're keeping tally of the show, that's 8 of our last 11 DraftKings underdogs that have hit. So as far as last week goes, we'll start off with our top scorer, Magomed Ankalaev. He finally did what COVID did, and he put down Ion Cutelaba, scored 120.5 points in the process. Next up, first underdog on the night for us was Tai Tuivasa, 113 points for leaving Struve a dead heap on the mat. And it's like I said, I have no idea why he was the underdog for that fight. It made no sense to me, but I mean, take it as a gift when you can get it. Next up, Phil Hawes, a very scary man, did what very scary men do. He took out Jacob Malkoun in the first, cashed for 103.5 points. Next up's our second underdog of the night that cashed, Shave Cat Rock Molotov. No one got back to us on Twitter with the correct emoji form for it. That hurt my feelings a little bit. I thought our followers would come through a little bit more. Maybe next week. Anyway, he got the sub over Cowboy Oliveira in the first, cashed for 96.5 points. And unfortunately, this is where our luck changed. Sam Alvey made me pay for the disrespect. That's been a theme on the show since I've been on here. If you overly disrespect somebody, they automatically stick it right up your, whatever. So he took Dalian Jung to a draw. It was extra depressing because he was the highest price guy on the card at $9,400. He only cashed for 38 points in a draw. Ouch. I mean, you were talking about the Tai Tuivasa, like extra kick on the head. I wish they would have given him that for a significant strike where we could transfer it over to a different fighter. Might have helped us out a little bit. But anyway, last up, our only underdog on the night that didn't cash, it was Justin Gaethje. I don't know what to say, really. He was treated like an infant every single time that he hit the mat, and it was kind of depressing. But if we can we call like some sort of a mulligan on this one? Because it's sort of like when Francis Ngannou fought Stipe, and you realize that, he actually has never trained even a minute of wrestling in his life. Like, how are we supposed to know as fighters that Justin Gaethje took the Dave Pee Wee Herman route and just said that, like, jiu-jitsu doesn't work, I'm never going to train it? Because that's what it looked like. As soon as they hit the mat, Gaethje looked like he was a day one guy. I mean, he gave up all the wrong positions. In the first round, he was seconds away from getting subbed. And then the second round, as soon as it hit, Khabib did whatever he wanted to him. But yeah, either way, 486.5 points. It was a high-scoring card overall. This may or may not have kept you in the money, but 486 points, if you were just playing in a smaller tournament, like a 10-man or something, you almost certainly would have won that. It wouldn't have won you any of the bigger ones, but obviously don't always play in the 20,000 person contest. But either way, I'm still pretty happy with this night.